is a quick review. I'll take you through. We had studied about fats, we had studied about proteins, and we had studied about water and roughage, right? So when I say roughage, do you know what is roughage? Fawaz?
Yes, ma'am.
You know what is roughage?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll come to roughage in a while. First, we understood that both, fats, just like carbohydrates, are energy-giving food. Correct. But one difference from carbohydrate and fat is that, if 1 gram of, carbohydrate is oxidized, it would give, a few, for example, X kilojoule of energy. But in case of fat, if 1 gram of fat is oxidized, it will give us twice the energy of carbohydrate. Right? So fat gives us more energy than carbohydrates, right? Protein gives us very little energy. And also fat and carbohydrate contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These three things are common in fats and carbohydrates. Correct? And as you know, a few examples of fats are milk, butter, cheese, ghee, both both plant fat as well as animal fat. We can get fat from both the sources. Correct? Is it clear, Fawaz?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now going on. So one thing that protein has extra is nitrogen, which carbohydrate and fat do not have. Correct. So normally, apart from nitrogen, you would also find sulfur and phosphorus in protein. For example, protein are chicken, lean meat, red meat, milk, most of the dairy products like milk, cheese, curd, paneer, right? Soya bean, most of the legumes, dals, these are all protein-rich food. And, the building blocks of proteins are called amino acids. So several amino acids combine together to form proteins. This is the building block. Amino acids are the building block. Okay. Now there are two types of amino acids. Essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. So in a total there are 20 naturally, we are talking about naturally occurring amino acids which we find in food. Yeah, correct. Now, if you have excess of protein, what happens? If you have excess of protein, it gets converted to glycogen, right? And it gets stored, into our body. And later on, it is excreted as urea from the kidneys, right? So proteins, as we know, very much are important for our body. So we need it in our daily diet, in almost all the meals, be it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We need proteins on a daily basis. Now, so there is this, chart that we had studied on what are these nutrients, what are their roles, from where we get, and what is the daily needs, which have got very high water content, like cucumber, spinach, tomato, watermelon, grapes. These have got very high water content, so we should have more of these especially during the summers, right? And Fawaz, as I was talking about roughage, if you remember the first cellulose and roughage, they are almost the same thing, correct? So these are basically, found in green leafy vegetables and fruits, and they add bulk to our body. They add bulk to our food, correct? So if you have roughage, you need to have 12.8 to 14.8 grams of roughage. Let me start off with today's class. So I'll start off with the class. So today we will be on the third session, the third chapter of nutrients, the food that we eat. Okay. Now, we were studying about micronutrients and macronutrients. Remember? So today we will be concentrating and focusing only on micronutrients. Now, Neha, can you tell me what is the literal breakup of the word micronutrients?
Micronutrients.
Yes, what are micronutrients? Give a literal breakup. What does the word say?
Micro means small and nutrients what we get from food.
Very good. Excellent. That is exactly what I wanted to ask. So if these are micronutrients, What are macronutrients then? Yeah, there is a difference between micro and macro. Correct? As Neha very correctly said, micro means anything that we need in very little amount. Correct? And what are macro? Macro are nutrients or food that we require in larger amounts, like carbohydrate, protein, fats, water that we studied in our earlier classes were all macronutrients. And what we will be studying today is all micronutrients. Right? What I'll do is that I'll just use the chat. So macronutrients are basically, you know, protein, fats, carbohydrates. These are all macronutrients. And what are micronutrients? Micronutrients are basically trace elements. These could be vitamins and minerals. Could all of you see this? Pragya, Neha, Fawaz, Darshil, Yashika, I hope all of you could just refer to my
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, if you could just refer to my chat, the public chat. So that's the difference between macronutrients and micronutrients. Okay. Now today we will be studying only micronutrients. Okay. All right. So as Neha said, nutrients which are required in very little amount, they are called micronutrients. Now, vitamins or minerals are micronutrients in our body, right? And they are extremely important to our body as well, right? Okay. Now, Pragya, can you tell me the example? Can you tell me name a few micronutrients? Pragya, can you name a few micronutrients? No, I've just about started. And it's nothing to do with the earlier sessions as well. I've just started. This is the first slide. As in the first slide of the matter today.
Ma'am, potassium. Potassium, sorry.
Okay, this is a mineral. Very good. Potassium is a mineral and it is a micronutrient. Any more micronutrients that you can name or you are aware of?
Ma'am, vitamins and minerals.
Of course, vitamins and minerals, but which vitamins and minerals?
Magnesium.
Magnesium, okay, very good. So these are, magnesium, calcium, iron, phosphorus, calcium, zinc, molybdenum, selenium. The list is endless. There are a lot of micronutrients that our body needs, right, for our day-to-day function. Now, what are, similarly, there are certain vitamins. There's a long list of vitamins as well, which our body requires again for day-to-day function. Now, I have a question. I have a question to Darshil. Darshil, what are these? If you can, if you can unmute yourself and speak, that would be better. What is the picture? What does the picture depict here, Darshil?
Ma'am, fruits and vegetables and tablets.
Yeah, so this side on the left, you have fruits and vegetables, and these are tablets and capsules. So what is the similarity and what is the difference? Why do you think I have put up the picture here?
Ma'am, fruits and vegetables are natural sources of macronutrients and micronutrients.
Very good.
And tablets and capsules are man-made sources of micronutrients.
Very good, Pragya. Excellent. Now, Darshil, you could put on the unmute yourself, right? I have another question. Just unmute yourself, Darshil.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now tell me, Darshil, which is better, which is better to have natural sources as in fruits and vegetables to have vitamins and minerals, or artificial man-made tablets and capsules? Which one is better for us?
Ma'am, natural fruits. Ma'am, because natural food have the nature has produced the vitamins and minerals in that, so it is good for our health, and artificial ones are not good for our health.
But Darshil, I have a question. For example, if you take a broccoli, right? There's a picture of a broccoli here. A
Yes.
broccoli might just have maybe calcium, phosphorus, a few vitamin B complexes, right? But
Yes.
vis-a-vis, if I have this orange tablet will have vitamin B1, B2, B3, B6, B12, vitamin C, and zinc and selenium. So I cannot have one full broccoli. I can only have little 2 pieces of broccoli, but vis-a-vis this one full tablet can give me all the vitamins and minerals, most of it. So which one do you think is still better and why?
Ma'am, natural because of only not artificial ones. Uh, means we are hungry and then we cannot eat, and then we will if we will eat the man-made ones, then also we will be hungry. So we have to eat this natures, and we will not be hungry also, and we will get vitamins also.
Okay, all right. Okay, good answer. Neha, yes, you want to take up the question?
Ma'am, that's because when we take medicines, our body will not be that much energetic. As when we eat the vegetables, we will take from that now, like nutrients. Our small intestine and all will take the nutrients from it. But this is like it's just feeding it. Then we don't have to like work for it. Then our body will become like lazy.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Neha.